Hmm. So, good morning, friends. We will learn today history of machine learning. What is machine learning? Why ML? Learning system model, training and testing, performance, algorithm, machine learning structure, application, conclusion. So that will be helpful in your examination, in your learning task for getting the jobs in the end of the semester of the BTech and other courses as well. So I will train you and practically and theoretically. So we will start with the first step of the history of the machine learning. Basically, machine learning was composed in a 1959 by Arthur Samuels, and further it is explained by lots of one Tom Mitchell and Samuels, Simons Hawkins, and lots of one. So there was three tasks that has been explained by them mainly. First step was task, means of that you are given a some kind of problem and that you have to solve based on your experience. Second is that you have to solve based on your experience. Third one is you have to calculate or evaluate whether it is correct or not. Means of that the outcome that you are getting, it is correct or not. I'll tell you about this, what exactly happened in actually. So first of all, we comes to the point. Through the Excel, we can understand. Suppose that we have a features, vitamin, and color, shape, and last one is the outcomes. Outcomes is a basic example. Vitamin A, color red, shape spherical, outcome. What would be the outcomes? Then you will predict. Okay, suppose that is happening on Monday. Apple. I say Apple. Okay. This happened in on this basis, 0, 1, 2, means of three feature basis. On these three features, I am calculating the outcomes Apple. This is my target. Okay. Later on, it is happen on Monday, and now I am removing that again. Vitamin A, color red, shape is spherical, and outcomes. I'm asking this one is on Tuesday. What will be the outcomes? I'm saying to you. So if I say Apple again, that was on Monday when I respond Apple on these features, and Tuesday I'm again saying the Apple outcomes. So outcomes of the Monday was the Apple, and outcomes of the Tuesday again Apple. So Monday and Tuesday, if we calculate, evaluate, it means there is zero error. Means you perfectly classifying your you're perfectly classifying or predicting your target. Target means outcomes based on this feature. This is independent features and this is dependent feature. Means of that y equal to mx plus c. Y equal to mx plus c. Whenever you put in x, then you will be able to calculate y. It is dependent. Whenever you put in x, you will be able to calculate y. So who is dependent? Y. And x is independent. Similar kind of a thing we are getting here. This one is the x. All three features are x. We can represent through x, and this one is y. Are you getting point or not? I'm saying that try to understand. If my answer on Tuesday is different, suppose that my answer is tomato. Suppose that in a case of fruit, tomato or anything. So any character is not matching with this. So answer is not matching with this. So error is maximum. मान लीजिए means 100% error getting. It means your answer is not absolutely correct. You are not predicting right outcome based your training or experience, whatever you get in on Tuesday or on Monday. Okay, Monday you find out the apple. Today you are getting tomato responding. So it means you are not calculating in a right way. That is a kind of a machine learning application. I am saying to you in a simple word, you are given a task, you have to predict an apple. Okay. So based on these features, vitamin, color, and shape. Okay. Based on your experience, that was you responded on Monday. That was experience. You have taken apple in a meal, and on Monday you was predicting apple. But on Tuesday, suddenly you are not predicting apple, you are predicting tomato. Okay. Then result of the Monday and based on experience means apple. That is the experience, and that is now you are calculating to on Tuesday. So both have a huge difference in between them, because apple and tomato are not correlated each other, and never we are expecting that. So result is completely wrong. That should be apple. Okay. If you predicting apple, that means you are classifying perfectly. So evaluation, third part, based on experience you are predicting. That is experience. Task is you have to classify the fruits, and second is third is evaluation that we are doing here. So that is the machine learning exactly. Okay, comes to the point. Benchmark of the machine learning. They are saying that lots of things happen in a life in a 1642, 1801, 1847, 1890. Lots of version come. Every scientist has given a lots of things. So there are many things has come with the machine learning. Lots of scientists gave a different definition of a machine learning. So different machine learning examples and application has come. This hierarchy is represented here. Okay. So now come to the next point. What is ML? That I have disclosed to you in a through Excel file or the Word file. What exactly the ML? ML is a basically machine learning is a kind of a algorithm. Algorithm means based on what you are discovering, you are predicting, you are forecasting something. Okay, that is the machine learning. Means of that, what you are given a task, and based on that you are finding something. Machine means pattern, a particular pattern. Based on that you are finding a particular, you are creating or crafting a particular formula, and you are just on the basis of that formula trying to get prediction, always in a many kind of a applications. That is a machine learning. Similar to, suppose that I have suppose that comes to the Excel file again. Suppose that 2001, 2002 and 2003, 2004. Okay, year and sales. Okay, 500, 1000, 15 and 2000s. Okay, what would be the sale in 2005? This is the questions, and this is the you have to predict. So that you know that in a simple way, the very basic example of the machine learning that you can understand through this. Okay, so what would be the sales in a 2005? That is a very simple. You are getting the and or noticing the things 500 increment, 500 increment. That is a pattern of becoming 500 increment. Okay, so what is happening? Increment of the 500. So you will add here again the 500 increment. The pattern you are seeing here, that is the pattern is the machine, and you are learning based on the past experience. That is the machine learning, and you are predicting on what basis? This is the machine learning algorithm. Okay, that is the machine learning, nothing else except of it. So don't be panicking about the machine learning and what exactly you can apply this concept everywhere where you want to be. In a regression, that is, I'm applying classifications, tomato and apple cases, and for fruit prediction, for vegetable predictions, and for intelligent detection system, malware detection systems, and other things. For weather forecasting, also you can apply this concept. Image classification you can also apply. Okay, so comes to the next part. So machine learning refer to a system of capable of autonomous acquisition and integration of knowledge. I would say that it is kind of a process that devised an algorithm based on a past experience. Okay, this is my definition. Why ML? Important question is why ML? Why machine learning? So students, machine learning, what is doing now? There are many tasks the machine learning is performing today to make easy the work. A complexity that you are facing in your work that has been done by or resolved by the machine learning. Suppose that you are making a calculation of the image through the pixel, you would take a lots of time, but if you do the manually. But whenever you are doing through the machine learning, that will happen in a very small part of times. So, okay. So drug discovery, spectrometer analysis, weather forecasting, astronomic discovery, industrial manufacturing, sales prediction, sales forecasting, customer prediction, face handwriting recognitions, speech recognition, face recognition, driving a car without a man, flying a plane. That is also be done by machine learning. There are lots of applications are available in marketing, spam detections, automated spam blocking, and today we are getting the generative AI, explainable AI, and lots of things through which you can create the image, what exactly in your mind, whatever your mind is thinking, that you can create through the machine learning, through the generative AI. Explainable AI means of that you are applying a machine learning in a intelligent detection system that you can apply in a bad or to know the bad or good peoples. Also, so that is an explainable AI. So there are many applications of the machine learning that you can learn through any book, and you will realize that in an environment. Rapidly changing phenomena, credit score, financial modeling, diagnosis, fraud detection, need for customization, personalization, personalized news reader, movie, book recommendation. A recommendation system, basically medical recommendation system, also be made through the machine learning. So there is very simple things: input sample, learning method, testing method. I will train you what exactly happen exactly. That is he want to say. Okay. So I will try to teach you machine learning exactly what happen, what do. Just a wait, just a minute, and I will explain. Basically, what happened? We collect the samples or a data from different sources, and based on these sources, there are some kind of features and samples. Wait a minute, I am. It will take to open, and through this we will explain in a clear way. So I'm. You can do through the Jupyter as well and another kind of features, and I'm not saying that you need to do. Okay, so we will learn through this today. So what happened the machine learning? This is the coding actually. We are not going to the coding actually. We are going through the data side. I'm going to teach you the samples. What exactly the samples? What are the features? What are the labeling of the data? You will be confused about this in the future. So, dear all students, samples of the data is basically examples of the data 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the samples of the data. These are the samples. These are the samples, samples. Row wise are the establishment of the data in a table is a samples. Features are these one 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the features 1, 0, 1, 2. This is the independent features. This is the dependent features. Means of that y equal to mx plus c. This is the x. This is the y. So based on this feature, we are predicting this. Okay, classification stage of this, yes or no only. So labeling of data is country, age, salary, purchase. These are the labels of the data: country, age, salary, purchased. Are you getting my point? These are the sample of the data. These row wise, column wise are features, and these are the labeling. Is the independent feature, is the dependent feature, and this is the classification, yes or no. Okay, category of. So these things I want to provide you. Now comes to the point content. Similarly, things that I have discussed with you: data equations, data sampling, then splitting of the data, and other things. We will discuss with you the things, what exactly he want to say. Okay, today we will discuss with you the things, what exactly he want to say. So student, first of all, try to understand the things. Data collection, where you are collecting the data. Pre-processing means you are after collecting the data, you are handling the missing values. Data cleaning you are performing there. You are removing the incompleteness of the data by doing the completion of the data. You are removing the inconsistency of data. After that, you are selecting some kind of an important feature. Not all the feature you are selecting. You are selecting some kind of feature. Based on that, you will be able to predict the data easily. And your transformation, you are doing the transformation of the data. And it's for final step, the training and testing, splitting of the data. Okay, last one is the model selection and predictions. So comes to the point, suppose that country, age are the sell three feature, and you are based on these three feature, you are classifying the purchased. But whenever you are on the two features, age and per salary, we are not counting this country. On these two features, we are predicting just purchase. It means this is the feature selection, age and salary, two feature we have selected, and based on these two features we are predicting this. Another important factor is that we have studied the data transformation. Data transformation means you are given a data in a English character wise string format. This one is also. So you know that computer always understand the data in a machine code. So before the machine code, you should have the data in a numerical form. And so this one should be converted into the numericalization or a binary format. So that is the data transformation. After that, the step is training and splitting of data. Training or splitting of the data means you are just selecting the 70 samples. You are means for training and seven samples or 8 samples for trainings and 2 or 3 samples for testing. Means of that you are preparing for an exam that would be happening end semester, and you just are taught by the teachers 70% of the course, and you learn that. Okay, why? Just 70% of the course teacher teach you for the end semester exam, and 30% you will face in exam for the testing purpose. Means of that, what would be the before the exam, he will test from the 30%. So 70% he would teach you one by one. He will teach you the questions and answer all of things through the books. That's only 70%, and on this 30% he will take your test. After getting the experience, what exactly you are behaving, you are performing or not, how much score you are doing, 80%, 90%, and 100%. On what basis? You believe your percentage of the passing, your percentage of the distinction, your percentage of the in the end semester would be predicted. So that is exactly the teacher want to do. On the just only 70% you want to train you, and on 30% you want to take your test, and whenever you will go in exam, you will perform better, and that will avoid the overfitting and underfitting, and you will be a befitting for the end semester exam. You will be able to handle all the question in the end semester. So he is doing the right things. That is the way of training and testing. Okay, so comes to the point again. We'll move toward the PPT. Another important things the student is model selection and prediction. Last two steps. Okay. Last two steps say model selection. What model, what algorithm you want to select? Suppose that you have there is a performing a classification. Yes or no? Yes or no? So you will utilize the algorithm of a classification SVM, okay, random forest and decision tree. So not all the algorithm like with the linear regression will not be suitable for these problems. Okay, this is the classification. This is the prediction we will make. Yes or no? Okay. Another important thing is the pre-processing. What happened? I will tell you. This is the things. Okay, for pre-processing, this is the none, NaN. Okay, you are getting here NaN. NaN is a kind of a wrong value. So you need to remove that kind of a value or replace this kind of value with a average or any consistent value or any constant value. Mean, median, mode, throw, binning method, and other kind of a method you need to replace this. So it will help you. This is also other. Okay, you need to handle this. This is the data pre-processing part, data cleaning part. Okay, so now comes to the topics, important optimization we have done. So today we will learn another two features, the types of the algorithm machine learning. That is a very important task. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning, and reinforcement. Supervised learning, what do? Supervised learning means you have some kind of a supervisor. Suppose that you have studied a book by a teacher. He will provide all question and answer that will be appear in exam. Okay, but means of that you are given the data. Means of that, suppose that supervised learning is what say, this is the input, this is the output. Both of them are given, and just you have to predict the outcomes. Suppose that I will tell you the things. One more things. I was saying that to you. 2,500 sales, 2,000, 3,1,500, and 200. And what would be the exact sell in 2005? This means you are given some kind of input. Okay, input and output. Based on that, you are finding the input for the next one. Okay, that is the supervised learning. Means of that, you are given input and output both, and based on that, this kind of learning is called supervised learning. Whenever you are not given this column and just three features are given, it means, suppose that, okay, 1 minute please. Suppose that only this feature, 1, 2, 3, only these features you are given 1, 2, 3, and final outcomes you are not given. It means you are dealing with the unsupervised learning. Okay, now we will see the examples of the supervised learning and machine learning. Supervised learning is a very spam classifications. Okay, intrusion detection systems. Okay, fruit prediction, fruit classifications, vegetable classification. Okay, these all the kind of a learning is the supervised learning. Unsupervised learning is a clustering. Whenever you are making the cluster of it on the basis of same features, and you don't given any kind of a data, you don't have given any kind of a data in an output sections, then it means you just can make the prediction. Clustering and customer segmentation, unsupervised can use. in a cluster segmentation, and to find a group of bad people and good people, you can also apply the unsupervised learning. You can apply the unsupervised learning where we are featuring, where we are doing the feature engineering, means of that we are finding a kind of a fish. We will have the vitamin A and B, but not all the kind of a fish. We will have C also. So we will collect the, we will make the cluster of a fish will that would have, those will have the vitamin A and B only. So semi-supervised learning means it is basically kind of a learning where you can apply it. Suppose that ontological data, weather forecasting is a kind of a, whenever weather forecasting you are doing, weather forecasting is kind of a semi-supervised learning, means of that you have a partially organized data and you have partially data you are getting through the environment. It means you are doing the semi-supervised learning. Semi-supervised means, why we are saying this? Because partial data you have organized, input and output both are available, but partial data in an environment, in an unstructured format you are getting. That is the way of the semi-supervising. Example of this, autoencoder. Reinforcement learning is a very good learning, is a basically environment learning, or a, we can say, rule-based learning. What happened in this? That is the penalty or reward based. Suppose that you are given an environment, and in that environment you place your robot, and you say to move from one location to another locations, means of that, and he will face a lots of struggle, lots of obstacle in between them. After some time, and after some time he will know all the obstacle and he will move according to the situations, and he will win the situations, always win the situation after getting the experience of those obstacles. He will not break down or will not lay down with that obstacles. He will not strike with that obstacles in future, but initially it will start to strike with the obstacles, and it will get the penalty, but later on it will get the reward when it will not strike with the obstacles. So that is the example of the robot, chess machine, or the example of the machine learning. So friends, today till now we'll study that, and in future so we will study the next thing. So thank you very much.